Thank you all for being here. My name is Kiana Williams, the Executive Director and Founder of Intertwine. This is the grand event, and I want you to give me a big round of applause as all the actors walk out of the stage. Come on now, guys. The price is right. Come on in. Everyone, look at all these beautiful people. I love a grand entrance. Keep clapping. There's a lot of them. Come on, all the enthusiasm. Wonderful, wonderful. And I brought my phone over here because I totally forgot to silence my cell phone because I was waiting for all the actors to call me. We're gonna do this nice and fringe. Well, you'll see a lot of movement on the stage. I'll be a little bit more direct about all the movement that's going on. I'll try and be polished, but as you can see, this is as good as it's gonna get. So, I'm gonna clicky click. Thank you to Janum for letting us host this space. This is our 4th annual grand event. This is our 2nd time in this space at the Democracy Center, and it gets fuller every time. Thanks, guys. Yay. And special thank you to the Los Angeles County Arts and Culture. Without them, this would be partially not possible. They are our support and sponsor at Intertwine. Thank you very much. Okay, so what is Intertwine? Intertwine is a career counseling service that focuses on people looking to get work in film, TV, and theater. And if I can't find work for you, I'll make work like this. For this event, the grand event is the conclusion of what was called the APIDA, the Asian Pacific Islander Desi American 24-hour playwriting contest. So all the plays you're going to see today are not only 10 pages or shorter, they were written in 24 hours. Bless your hearts. Couldn't be me. Literally couldn't because I didn't participate. And in order to do this, in order for me to know that you made this in 24 hours and didn't just slip a new one from your own portfolio somewhere, you're cheating, I had to have you do 5 random things in your play. And those things were have a middle aisle, you could say it, you could write it in there, it could be a topic of discussion, don't care. Defrosted, I'm out of minutes. Eclipse, I'm out of order. Voting, all of these 5 things needed to be in your play. And if you like playing games as much as I do, you'll be able to play the game of find these 5 things in the plays today. I know, some of them are gone, but some of them are not, and I find that very endearing. Thanks, guys. You'll be seeing 10 plays today by several different actors. They'll be rotating in and out on the stage, and we're just gonna grin and bear it as we watch them get off the stage and get on the stage with grace and beauty. Last things last. I want to give a special thanks to our prestigious judges who went through everybody's script who was in the top 10. Yes, you can clap if you want to. I'm really happy to have Shinho Lee, the professor over at NYU in script writing, read all over everybody's scripts, and director Abi Vergasi to also look over people's scripts and give feedback on how to be better. I'm so thankful to all the volunteers who helped sift through the many scripts that got us to 10. Yay! All the work that goes into this is not this moment. It looks great right here, right now, but it takes a lot of time. We've been doing this for about 3 months of workshopping, writing, and making this process easy and beautiful before you beautiful people. Yes? Did I say everything? No. I'll plug that later. I said that? Oh my God, I think we're ready to go. Are we ready to go? We're behind, so we should start going. All right, director is not here. Linda!
Hi. I'm Linda Goddard-Schmink. I'm the playwright for our first play, Chapel of Love, or Chapel of Love. Our director, our wonderful director, Edward Tom, couldn't make it today, so let me introduce the actors. So we have Nicole Ojada as Reina the Bride.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
And we have Jasmine Kimiko as Hana. We have Rachel Wolf as Ashley, the bridesmaid. So I'll just start up. No. And so, and you, Gino, you get the blast. And Gino Charles Villanueva as Tucker the usher, and he'll also be reading stage directions. All right. The hand for the actors.
All right. Setting, chapel in Newport Beach, California, contemporary. Scene. The bride's room and corridor just outside it at a chapel in Newport Beach, California. Raina is in a wedding dress with short veil. Ashley and Hannah are in terrible floral bridesmaid dresses.
Nope. I can't do it. I just can't go out there.
Girl, what do you mean? Noah is out there waiting for you. He's been waiting for you for nearly an hour. Oh my God, please don't do this to my brother. Now get your skinny butt out there and marry the guy.
My sister doesn't have to do anything she doesn't want to do. Raina, take all the time you need. Marriage is supposed to be forever. Especially when you've signed a prenup, which I advised you not to do. Noah might have all the money in California and that nice head of hair and perfect glacier white teeth, but in 10 years, both his hairline and gum will be receding and his money will be tied up in super yachts and cryptocurrency.
Oh, Noah is okay. There's a lot worse out there. But did you see Mom? She's wearing a kimono. Her fancy one? Look, I know every month is AIP for her and she is, but she's embarrassing me on my wedding day. And we bought that nice Lily Pulitzer Mother of the Bride dress with all the pretty flowers.
Yeah, no, we get it. Your theme is cottage garden. Cottage garden on acid.
Oh, Raina, I think your mom looks quaint. Yeah, but she must have had help with all that wrapping and the cords. Oh my God, a little backpack.
Backpack. Oh, that's just part of the obi. The sash. Hannah, did you know that Mom was coming like that? Did you help her get dressed?
Maybe. So you're not having second thoughts about marrying Noah? Because you should. It's a whole new world you're marrying into. See, I've watched The Real Housewives of Orange County, for research. Apparently, money makes you a mean bitch. So watch your back with your new mother-in-law.
Hey, that's my mom you're talking about?
Noah's mother is quite lovely. Everyone in your family is lovely, Ashley. It's my mother I'm worried about.
Our mother is afraid you'll change into a zokubutsu. A real snob whose days will consist of working out, shopping, drinking, and recovering from plastic surgery.
Okay, she's not wrong. But you should know that my brother marrying your sister really blew up my mom's plans for her only son's wedding. She wanted a big bougie wedding at the Montage, but since she's so culturally sensitive, she understood that your side of the family would feel uncomfortable in such a posh space. So here we are, in this cozy little chapel.
This is a lovely chapel with an unbelievable amount of parking.
Okay, and my Nana Margot kept having fainting spells when she learned her favorite grandson was marrying outside of the community. She had to be hospitalized at Hogue, in a private room, of course, overlooking the ocean.
Oh, no doubt. Seriously, Raina, Mom would have been happy with a small ceremony at Koyasan Temple and dinner at Mr. Ramen on First Street.
Yes, that's the problem. I did want something a little bit more IG-worthy.
And that's why my mom stepped in. Now, can we move this along? I swear my K-Beauty facial tightener is defrosting on me. Yeah, I can feel my jowls coming back.
What jowls? You're 25. Now when you get to be 30 like me, then you have to start doing face yoga. But seriously, who is going to go out there and deal with Mom?
Just what are we supposed to do? Turn a musty old kimono into a Christian Serrano?
Maybe we can shush it up and with wire hangers and say that she came from the Met Gala.
Both of you stop talking and let me think. I've got it. One of us has to go out there and distract the guests.
I say it's Ashley.
Me too.
Oh, wait, are we voting on it? Because I would really...
No, too late.
Done.
The voting window is closed now. Get on out there and stall.
How? I can give my toast.
Excuse me. The maid of honor gives the toast? That's me at the reception.
Just do what you do best, Ashley. Something you're really good at.
She pushes Ashley out of the bride's room and closes the door.
Wait, but I need a few minutes.
I'm out of minutes. Just create a distraction for me. A really loud distraction.
Wait, got it. You know, luckily I have my Star Maker app on my phone. On it, boss.
Raina shuts the door. Ashley walks over to the entrance of the chapel nave. Sorry, ma'am, but the middle aisle is reserved for the wedding party only. It's like a roll or something.
Ma'am? Oh my god. I told them that my firming essence stopped working. Okay, shut up, Tucker. It's me, Ashley. I am the wedding party. Can't you tell?
Cool. Do you need an assistant? Hey, want to go to prom with me? I mean, you already got a dress, so. Tucker follows her. In the bride's room, Hannah starts to pace.
So, what's the plan, Aneki? Do you want me to signal the limo driver to swing by so we can make a run for it? I hear Cabo's really nice this time of year. Yay, sister trip!
You must really want to stop this wedding, Hannah. Do you know something about Noah that I don't? You're my sister, so you better spill before I walk out there.
No, it's not about Noah. Like, we're not in some song by Panic at the Disco.
Good. Then what's up?
What are we gonna do about Mom? I mean, after the wedding. You now live in CDM and I'm doing research at UCI. How are we gonna look after Mom?
I was thinking we'd move her down here near us. Maybe South County?
Please, not Seizure World. She'd absolutely hate it.
It's called Laguna Woods now, and it's not some old folks' home. It's a thriving senior community. It says so online. Mm-hmm. They even have shuttles to TJ's and 99 Ranch.
Mom will never move. Her heart's in Sawtelle. And since Dad's buried in Evergreen, we'd need C4 and blasting caps to get her out of LA. Plus, I think she's afraid of the OC. Haven't you noticed she always has her prayer beads out when she visits?
I just assumed she was getting right with her kami-sama. I mean, she is pushing 60. She doesn't have much time left.
Music starts to play. They hear the unmistakable beginning of Under Pressure by Queen/David Bowie.
What's going on in the chapel?
Hannah opens the door. Ashley is wailing like a rock star.
Pressure, pushing down on me, pressing down on you, no man asked for. Under pressure, that brings a building down, splits a family in two, puts people on streets. Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, dee da da, dee da da. That's okay.
That's my girl. You do you.
She's certainly loud. And not too terrible, right? So, what's your plan?
Exactly that. We've both seen and heard Ashley do karaoke before at my bachelorette party, remember?
Barely. That pub crawl was brutal. I think the last stop was Mutt's Lynch, which means I don't remember anything after. Okay, so what's the point of getting Ashley to do karaoke?
When Ashley gets going, her moves make the Elaine dance from Seinfeld look like Misty Copeland's ballet. Now that's a distraction. Nobody will talk about what Mom's wearing. They'll just have that image in their heads.
Yeah, I did bring Mom's Lily Pulitzer with us in the limo, just in case. So maybe I'll just grab Mom and we can switch her out before the pics and the reception.
Never mind. Let Mom hang on to her old-timey customs. I guess too much is changing right now for her. And don't worry, Hannah. We'll figure out how to stay close and keep an eye on her moving forward. Besides, that kimono does need a little airing out. All of Mom's old stuff reeks of cedar and camphor.
Yeah, I used to think that was just old people smell until I figured out that it came from the big old wooden trunk she brought with her from Japan. The one she used to let us play in.
You know, I think I wore that kimono to a Halloween dance in middle school. Mm. My first school dance. It was so beautiful. She even did my hair up.
Speaking of which, I did bring something old and borrowed for you to wear. It's one of Mom's kinzashi.
She pulls the hair stick out of her purse.
My favorite. with the cherry blossoms. They're so pretty and fragile. They're supposed to remind us that life is like that. Here, help me put this in my hair.
Hannah helps her. Raina tosses her head.
It's so pretty, it's a shame to cover it up with my veil.
Raina removes the veil, throws it onto the floor. The sisters hug.
Promise me you won't change too much?
I
And that we'll still eat udon on midnight and New Year's Eve and rock out at the Obon Festival at OCBC?
I promise. Now, come on. If we hurry, we can catch the last part of Ashley's performance. And something you don't want to miss.
She opens the door into the corridor. The music and singing get louder. Tucker has apparently joined Ashley. Can we give ourselves one more chance? Why can't we give love that one more chance? Why can't we give love? Give love. 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 'Cause love's such an old-fashioned word, and love dares you to care for the people on the edge of the night, and love dares you to change your way of caring about ourselves. This is our last dance. This is our last dance. This is ourselves. Under pressure. Under pressure. Pressure. End of play.
Total Eclipse of the Heart by Nancy Ma, directed by Edward Hong. We have Lobat Asadi playing the grandmother, Valentina Guerra playing the mother. The baby room, wee hours of the night. The baby is, well, crying. Her grandmother holds her, rocks her back and forth. The baby's mother runs in, half asleep, half dressed, not ready for this, and completely aware that this is her life.
Is everything okay?
Yes, sweetie, this is what babies do.
The,
Go back to sleep.
the mother takes her baby and rocks her back and forth.
I'm up already.
She rocks the baby back and forth, stares at the baby like it's the most foreign, beautiful thing she's ever seen.
It's still crying. Why is it still crying?
Sweetie.
Why won't it stop crying? I'm so tired.
Is that Total Eclipse of the Heart?
That song was playing in the waiting room when I got inseminated.
It's your meet cute song.
Mom, that's so... Well, that's funny. That's kind of funny.
Sweetie, go get some sleep.
You're funny. Sometimes. It's fine. I'm up already.
The baby is getting quiet.
It's working.
You're a natural. You are.
There's nothing natural about this.
Sweetie.
I didn't even think it would actually work. Like, what are the chances? Like, okay, high-ish if you pick the right time, but like your body can reject it and say, nope, you're going around nature and you're still single, so that's nature voting for you to not have a baby. So don't go around that shit. But you are, and that's what I was thinking. And the body can tell when you're freaking out, right? So I didn't really think it was gonna be like, bam, inject, baby on board. What do I know about babies and mothering? And I'm gonna totally fuck up this shit. Oh,
Grandmother
shit.
comes around her daughter and holds her shoulders from behind to still her, to soothe her.
The world is crumbling. There was an earthquake in New York.
The ground shook a little.
Do you think it was because of the eclipse?
It's because the ground is crumbling.
And then I go and have a baby. What the fuck is wrong with me? Shit. That's gonna be the baby's first word.
She can't hear yet.
Get called into daycare. Your daughter's been throwing fucks around. so long.
Sweetie.
And now you have like minutes to be a grandmother.
Hey, the doctor said at least a year, and with my fire and wit, I bet even longer.
I never even took you on a cruise.
Oh, God. Those are for old people who have nothing better to do with their lives.
Or bought you a house.
Good, because I hate to clean.
Or have you walk me down the aisle?
Are you on the apps?
Mom!
Well, you have so many friends. Can't one of them set you up? I mean, sweetie, it is not good to be picky.
I'm not!
What about the skinny guy who helped you move your refrigerator?
He's just a friend.
I think he likes you.
No, he doesn't.
Did you defrost the chicken?
Yes, for the millionth time, you're making that
the
chicken soup.
And that will swoop it all back together again. Make it all brand new. Would he help you on a Sunday if he didn't like you? Think about that.
We're friends, Mom.
He's too skinny, though. I'll make him some homemade soup and you can invite him over.
Can you stop?
He probably doesn't have anyone making him homemade soup.
Mom!
The baby makes a sound. Mother and grandmother freeze. Shit.
I'm just trying to help.
I don't need your help.
The grandmother takes that in. The mother also takes that in. All roads seem to always lead to this. The baby makes another sound. The mother rocks it. There's something to rocking one's baby that makes the mother take a deep breath.
Can you hold her, please?
The grandmother takes the baby, rocks it, holds it. It settles the air. Gosh, how does this small thing have such magical power?
I was thinking Lilith.
Lilith?
What do you think?
No one uses that name anymore. It's too hard to say. I mean, Lilith. Just try saying it 5 times. Lilith, 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 Lilith.
Lilith, 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 Lilith. I think your name is kind of perfect for her.
Lilith, Lilith, Lilith. What are you going to fuck up next, Lilith? Mom! That's the pressure of the name.
I know. You'll always be a part of her.
That's cheesy.
Thanks, Mom.
And I am so proud of you. I've never told you that enough.
You never told me that.
That's why I'm saying it now. I am proud of you, and I love you. I love you.
You don't need to do this now.
Shh. Yes, I do. You and Lilith, you tell Lilith you love her whenever you can. Every time it crosses your mind. Every minute you think of it. Just know it, okay? Don't you keep that baby far from your heart, okay? The world will not make sense to her, and she needs to make sure that she has your love all the time. I won't be here much longer.
I know.
No more me trying to help.
Mom.
So you better ask for help. Don't you try and do this alone. Do you hear me?
I know.
Oh, this is not a good time for your I am an independent woman and I'm self-reliant on myself kind of bullshit. But I'm kidding about the man. I mean, unless they're kind and good and have a little bit of money, because that helps. Because I think it's helpful in this world. Otherwise, they're just too much trouble.
You're not mad at me?
Why would I be mad at you? You're the best parts of me.
I don't know if that's complimenting you or me.
Both. You're doing great, sweetie. Lilith, you got yourself a great mama here.
I am kind of fun.
Just please don't take her to Burning Man.
Families go there. They do. I'm not going to take Lilith to Burning Man.
And I need you now, tonight. And I need you more than ever.
And if you'll only hold me tight, we'll be holding on forever. And we'll only be making it right. 'Cause we'll never be wrong Together we can take it to the end of the night. Your love is like a shadow on me all of the time.
3 generations basking in love. The end.
My team is here. While they're setting up, I'd like to dedicate this play to our playwright, Desiree, who's in the audience here. We can all have a moment of silence for her dating life, because that's what this is about. That was silent enough, people. That was silent enough. Thank you, guys. We have a really, really great team. I'm Nishu Holmes Sayuni. I am the director of Vibe Check. Over here we have Nicole O'Hara. She's going to be doing our stage directions. And let's see where our props and people. Yes. Paul here, Paul Date with the bouquet of flowers. He's reading our role of, I believe, Chris. Gino Charles Villanueva is going to be Cole. We have Maureen, played by Valentina Guerra, and we have Jasmine Kimiko playing Lisa. So that's everyone. I hope you guys enjoy, and Nicole, when everyone's ready, take it away. Thank you, guys.
Vibe Check by Desiree Lay Aloha. Maureen is at home preparing for a first date, and Lisa there for moral support to make sure she doesn't flake. Across the stage, Cole is in his apartment packing for his red-eye flight to Vegas for the weekend. Maureen stares at the bathroom mirror and blows a raspberry at her reflection. The counter is covered with any and all makeup she owns. She reaches for her foundation brush and 3 lipsticks fall to the floor. She uses her foot to kick around the pile of laundry at her feet and retrieves the lipsticks. Taking a deep breath, she resumes applying her makeup.
It'll be okay. Just breathe, girl. You can do this. It's just one dinner. A real quick meet and greet. No reason to be this nervous.
Good Lord, it's just one date. You aren't marrying the guy.
Oh, I forgot you were here.
Yes, girl, I hear you huffing and puffing over there. Are you stress scratching yet?
No.
Yes, I knew it.
Maureen stands and starts to get dressed, pulling out hanger after hanger from the closet and inspecting each outfit before tossing it next to Lisa on the bed.
Maybe I should just stay here with you. I got this wine, we could talk shit, and then I don't have to go anywhere.
Bring.
Oh, why is my brother calling me?
Oh, put Cole on speakerphone. I gotta ask him about something.
Big brother.
Hey, you got an iron at your place I can come use? I need to finish ironing some of this laundry before I head to the airport.
No, you cannot. Maureen has a date tonight, and she will take any excuse to flake on it.
Oh shit, I didn't realize Lisa was there too. What's going on with y'all?
I'm just trying to talk your god sister off a ledge and make sure she doesn't back out of another meet and greet. Where are you packing up to go?
Well, I'm in Vegas this weekend. In a couple hours, I will be happily strolling down the middle aisle to my seat to get away from this shit show.
You stay outside. How are you not exhausted all the time?
Because he doesn't get tired of being a man whore.
Hey!
I'm just saying.
I mean, true, but still rude.
Y'all both hella stupid.
Okay, but for real though, Cole, do you have any weed you could swing by here before you go out of town? Because I'm all out, and that was supposed to be the main portion of my self-care evening after I send Maureen off.
You got an iron I can use?
No. Do I look like somebody who starches my jeans?
Then hell no. I'm only coming if I can get an iron to work out these wrinkles.
Fine, sock!
Hey, Maureen, you better explain about this date. I need to know more about this man you're seeing right now.
Oh, Lord, Lisa, you did not have to tell him I was going on a date.
Why are you trying to cancel? You got a lazy eye or something?
No. But that would make it so much easier, though. Oh, I hate this shit, y'all. I'm so done with being single and having to put myself out there on these apps and go on a million of these waste of my time dates where I just hope the drinks end up being strong.
Well, you sit in the house all the time and talk to no one. The only man knocking on your door is a Jehovah's Witness.
Exactly. So I guess you don't plan on getting any Christmas or birthday gifts ever? Huh? I mean, get out of the house bitch. I'm sure this one will be better than the last one.
Ooh, well, now I need to hear the story of the last one.
Which last one? It's been one long roll of trash on trash.
Should have heard about the one with the pomade. I am not stopping laughing.
Oh my God, I almost forgot about him. And he had the nerve to call me an asshole because I made a joke. And I was being nice because I could have roasted everything about him.
Yeah, you definitely are not nice, but please expand. I want to hear about this pomade.
Oh, so first of all, he's like the 5th date from this dumb app I forced myself to go on. His photos were okay, but you know, he said he was 5'10", so that means he's only around 5'8".
Wait, what?
Oh, she has this theory about this, and it's really hard to unsee it now.
Whatever height they put on their profile, especially if it's under around 6'2", 6'3", then you have to deduct about 2 inches, guaranteed.
I'm 5'9".
So what do you put on there? 5'11"?
Damn, you are kind of an asshole.
But hilarious.
And not wrong. Anyways, this dude's profile looks like a maybe y'all find your personality attractive type. But he's consistent with keeping the conversation going, so I figured I might as well see if there's a vibe at drinks.
No, that sounds like a good choice. I'm proud of you for going outside.
Except when I see him walking up to the bar, I can already tell this is gonna be a hard sell. Like, he's tiny. Nowhere near 5'10", but closer to 5'7", with little man syndrome attached.
Oh my God, you are 5 feet. To you, he's already a giant.
First of all, I'm 5'1" and a half.
Oh my God, you know Maureen only messes with men 6'4" and above. She has her type. Tall, chocolatey, and has "I played basketball" written all over him.
I do not.
Bitch.
I don't need a man to be 6'5", but can he at least not be 5'6"?
Oh my God, okay. Tell me about this pomade.
Oh, okay. So on top of being tiny and trying way too hard to build himself up, he kept pulling out this tin of pomade from his pocket and slicking down his eyebrows. His eyebrows! That was the tipping point for me.
Oh my God, that was amazing. I think I got a tear from that one. But you know, I was voting for Derek for you the longest.
Oh. Derek from high school with the giant head?
Yep, he loves him some Maureen.
No. He was always in his own feelings, not at all cute, and his big-ass head would block everything, like a solar eclipse.
He's annoying, too. He tried to pen pal me to death. I think it took him a year to finally ask to see me in person.
He was building rapport.
Then he bought me 1 salami sandwich and a sparkling water on my lunch break and thought that meant we go together.
So he was showing intention.
Followed up with some very awkward questions for a friend about pubic hair preferences or other thinly veiled nasty stuff that he's never gonna get near to experience with me.
Oh my God, he's such a fucking weirdo.
I told him I was out of minutes on my break just to hang up the phone without being a dick. Why is it so hard to meet someone who isn't a complete asshole or weirdo and who just wants to be in my company? Like, where is he already?
So where are y'all meeting this unfortunate soul?
Eureka. It's a good halfway spot between here and me here and him in Richmond.
Ah, he's from Richmond. So you're checking for a hoodoo these days.
No, I'm not. I mean, I don't think so. We haven't really discussed whether his 2 kids come with 2 baby mamas or what his consultant profession means.
Does he fit your current or former basketball player requirement?
I don't have a requirement. It's more like a pattern.
I think you're looking for preference.
Shut up. But I don't know. We haven't talked that much about it. I'm not even sure he really looks like his photos. His face is covered in most of the photos by sunglasses, and he never shows his teeth.
Oh yeah, his teeth are probably super jacked up.
Shit. You think?
Probably. Hey, Eureka is on my way to the airport. Lisa, do you want me to crash your date and drop off this bag of supplements for you to Maureen?
Don't you dare!
Oh wait, maybe.
Absolutely not. Y'all better not be bullying me to go on this date and then crash it.
It was just a suggestion. Relax. I can see it now, though. If he could, I could slyly sit at the bar and make sure this man isn't some kind of axe murderer.
And you know her location stays on at all times on her phone. And if he kidnaps you up, we'll know exactly where to find the body.
Oh, y'all are hilarious. If I get there and I need an out, I'm definitely texting you. My expectations of meeting a good dude are so low at this point. They're buried 6 feet under.
I'll pretend I'm someone from your past and haven't seen you in years.
Yes.
No, that's it. I'm not going. I can't do this awkward, uncomfortable shit anymore. I'll be a hermit from the rest of my life. It's fine. Maybe I'll get a cat.
Girl, hurry up and just go meet this man. You'll be fine. Just breathe. Remind yourself it's just a first date and he might surprise you. All right, she's got to go, Cole. Bye.
Bye.
Maureen hangs up the phone and does one last check of her makeup and hair in the mirror as Lisa shoos her out the house. The lights fade on a dark room and recenter on a restaurant lobby with a host stand. Maureen enters the restaurant wearily, searching for the inevitable letdown of an ugly man.
Just breathe, bitch. You can do this.
Out of a corner approaches Chris with a gorgeous bouquet of flowers in hand.
Maureen?
Hi. Oh, sorry, that was overly excited. It's nice to meet you.
Maureen goes for the awkward handshake and Chris pulls her in close for a hug. It catches her off guard for a moment, but not unwelcome. His confident assertiveness is attractive to her.
Wow, you really are tall. I didn't realize how tall you were in your profile.
6'5" is a lot, I know, but it came in handy. You look beautiful, by the way. These flowers don't do you justice at all.
Oh, thank you. So, you played basketball in college?
Should we get a table and order some drinks? If you want, we can get dinner if you're hungry.
A small smirk appears on Maureen's face. The vibe of this brief first moment is unmatched, and for the first time, she thinks this one may actually be different. At the same moment, her phone notification goes off. She has a text.
Oh, shit, I'm so sorry. Let me turn that off.
Maureen looks at the message on her phone, and from back on the bed, Lisa is illuminated and narrates her message.
I'm so sorry. Hopefully this one is a dud because once Cole said he had an idea for how to get me some weed before his flight, he was adamant. I love you, don't be mad.
Huh?
Cole enters and immediately beelines for Maureen.
Maureen, is that you, girl? Oh my God, I haven't seen you in years. Look at you all dressed up and sexy and sophisticated out here.
Hey, do you still talk to Lisa?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Perfect. Can you give her this for me?
Cole hands Maureen a gallon-sized Ziploc bag full of weed.
Thanks, I owe you one. It was great to see you. What's up?
Didn't he just hand you a giant bag of weed?
He did. So should we order those drinks?
Curtain.
Next up is Tuesday Night by Ali Lardner and Nishath Assad. I'm just gonna set up real quick. How you feeling?
So awesome.
So awesome.
On the hot mic.
It's the best. Excuse me, forgot to say. Introducing Lobat Asadi, JJ Ju, and Kurt Yamamoto. Enjoy Tuesday Night.
It's Tuesday night, which is great. We have a nice dinner at home, just the two of us. Tuesday nights. When it's my turn, I usually just order South Asian food and I get a 6-pack. He likes South Asian food. And he likes 6-packs. I don't, but he does. And he thinks I do, so that makes him happy.
Thanks for grabbing the wine.
I grabbed the wine. Everything else, it was his turn. He usually cooks something nice when it's his turn. He asked me to defrost the chicken today before he came home, and he bought asparagus and lemons and garlic from the farmer's market last Sunday. And he bought the rice that I like from the Mexican store down the street. He remembers things like that.
How was your team meeting today?
He always asks about my team meeting. He'll remember specific things that happened the week before.
Sharon went off last week, didn't she? I mean, was she kind of nuts today too?
I skipped my team meeting today, actually. I took a personal day. I spent the day just thinking about my beautiful life. I turned 27 last week, and I'm realizing that I still have time. Carl's 26, and he's great. We've been together, like a year now? And yeah, it's nice, it's good. I'm very happy.
This wine is interesting.
I was wandering the middle aisles of the liquor store today looking for a wine to pair well with tonight's dinner, just looking at the labels, not really seeing any of them, just thinking, I just have my best ideas when I'm just mindlessly living, scrolling on TikTok or Instagram, whatever, just watching the day go by.
I feel a little.
I haven't had oysters in so long. I had them once at a restaurant in New York, I remember a few years ago, with champagne. It was like eating the nectar of the gods. Pure ambrosia. Like sitting in the sudden darkness of a solar eclipse, everything stills for 1 second, and you can feel the weathered thread of divinity connecting you to every other being in the universe.
Can you pass me my...
I haven't felt like that in a while. I mean, I don't know, I'm living, I'm breathing, and alive for one precious moment of time. Here today, decaying tomorrow, animal heart, eternal soul. I'm out of minutes. Or I'm about to be. A knock at the door. 1 second, honey, let me get the door. I know, it's supposed to be our night, but he said he was only in town for one night. We'll be real quick.
Hey.
Hey.
You look good.
Come on in.
It's a nice place.
Thanks, it's not mine.
The fuck? Is he okay?
Yeah, he'll be fine. You look good too, though.
I'm calling 911.
It's been a while since...
Hello? I'm at 9 Larchmore Court. There's a man in pain. He's gagging and he can't stand up. I don't know what happened.
Ask him how long it'll take to get here.
How long? Wait. Okay. Thank you. Nope. They'll be here soon.
How soon?
Maggie.
Hang up the phone.
I don't want to do that.
I put bleach in his wine. Would you like me to give him more?
No! Did you hear that? She put bleach. She has a knife.
Let's take it to the vote. I'll either give him another drink of wine and or you hang up the phone. What do you think, Carl? Carl, what do you think? Let's just make a vote for the poor thing. Well, what do you think?
It's near at the top of the stair.
I didn't even know you were in town, actually.
Like I said, just tonight.
Where are you going next?
Dallas.
Oh, do you have a show out there?
Yes.
That's exciting. You're such a jet setter these days.
Yes.
Back then, you couldn't even get out of the city long enough. I guess that's true of most cities you visit these days, isn't it?
I like to keep busy.
What did you think of me when you saw me at the liquor store?
What?
I mean, just tell me the truth.
What are you...
How did you feel when you saw me again?
I was embarrassed to run into you.
Why?
Because I don't want you to think of me as hungover in the liquor store at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Why? Were you hungover?
I was drunk from my Saturday after party in Phoenix. Still...
Wow, what a life. Rock star. You would hate my life. Same city every day, same job, same commute, same Tuesday night dinner every single week.
Sounds nice.
It's nice. I like it a lot, but...
Maggie?
You just do something to me. Something no one has ever been able to do. I can't even do it for myself. I try all the time, but it's different. When you come around, it's like getting struck by lightning. And the sex is great. I mean, the sex is really, wow. You know what you're doing. It's like, but it's like more than just sex, isn't it? I mean, Carl could fuck me really well too. He remembers things I like, but I mean, it's more than just sex, right?
Maggie.
Right? Tell me the truth.
It's more than sex.
It is?
Yes.
Like, what is it?
It's...
Like, say you feel it too.
I do. It's just...
Ignore all of this. It's just like, this kind of, it's okay.
It's like a huge thing to ignore.
I know, but just like,
Like you're poisoning a man in your own home.
Just like if we were having this conversation in the liquor store earlier.
And you're threatening with a knife.
No, but if you just...
Like this is just not what I was expecting from tonight.
Tell me. Just tell me you feel it too.
I can't afford to feel it. Maggie, I like you. I can't be tied down right now. I'm figuring out a lot about myself and what I need to do in my life and my music. And I just like, if I was ready, it would be you. It would be you 1,000%, but I just need time.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's what I thought. You feel this too. You just don't want to be tied down right now. I mean, in real life, not in a real measurable way. I get it.
Maggie.
If you did, you wouldn't look at me though in that way if you didn't. It's true. I've been in a lot of therapy. Everyone says the same thing in different ways. If he wanted to, he would. And you don't. You'd never.
What do you want from me?
I want you to want me the same way I want you. Like an ice burn. The skin is irritated for months. I claw at the wound. The scab breaks. The cycle breaks again. Every time I remember that you're out there and you're alive and happy and working and meeting people and falling in love, I claw at my skin again. I sit in front of the mirror for hours and I count the pores on my nose and I pop the pimples on my chin and it just oozes out, and then I pluck my eyebrows until they're almost gone, and then I stare at my stomach and I see it growing with the child, stretching my skin and just pushing its way out, like clawing out like a demon, like streaked with blood and goo and red-faced and just wearing your scowl. And I don't want to have your baby. I just want to feel like what it feels like. I just want to feel like what it feels like to have you.
How long have you felt like this?
God! Not always. Not in the beginning. It was like the second time you left me. When you slept with downstairs Nora, the girl who lives downstairs. And you left, and my girlfriends they just deleted you from my contacts in my phone. They blocked you and everything. And when I waited, I gave up on you a couple of times. But I never stopped. Not really. And then you came back, and you just gave me a few breadcrumbs, but I followed them. And then you left again, and then I started dating him, and everything was easy. I mean, he remembers things, He just remembers things about me, and you never did. So
I remember you, Maggie. I remember you the way you were. I remember how you weren't sure about me.
I was always sure about you.
You weren't. You couldn't make up your mind. You loved me. You hated me. You ignored me. You needed me. You never told me anyone about me. You made me hunt you. You never wanted to just be.
Do you only ever like the chase? Well, I forfeit. I lose. I'm playing my last card. Are we going to do this or not?
You poisoned the man in front of me, Maggie. What do you want me to say?
I mean, technically, it happened before you arrived. Like a lot of things. You were just the catalyst.
They're going to take care of you, Maggie. They're going to make you feel better.
No, they can't.
They will. I promise you.
You think?
I do.
Well, should I go into the other room? I mean, I'm out of minutes. By the way,
yes?
Do you remember when you took me out to that restaurant in New York and we ate the oysters with the champagne?
Yes, on 8th Avenue.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Maggie, will you stay out here where I can see you?
Okay, just give me a second. I'm just gonna go get my bag before they come. From the next room, the sound of a knife slicing through the skin. A collapse. A cry. August makes to go to the next room, but Carl is heavy in his lap. He gives up, looks upwards, trying not to cry.
Everybody, my name is Shinshin Utersai. I had the distinct pleasure of being the director for Saving All My Worries for That Day You Don't Need Me Anymore. So I wrote a 45-minute speech that I started on, and I think it's going to go really well. No, I'm just kidding. We have Kurt Yamamoto on stage directions. We have Grace Lynn Kung as Beshi. We have Paul Date as Philip. And Jasmine Kimiko as Lou. Please give them a warm round of applause. The play is inspired by the Filipino belief that a person is composed of two souls. Specifically, the Ifugao in the Philippines believe that there are two souls, one in the eyes and one in the breast. Please give them a round of applause.
Saving All My Worries for That Day You Don't Need Me by Nicholas Pilapil. 10:58 a.m. Luz and Philip sit on a bench in Philip's favorite spot in the park. The bench is subtly graffitied, as any random bench in a city would be, but most noticeably, a red line is drawn on the seat between them.
They say in each of us there are two souls.
One in the eyes.
And one in the breath. So how do you...
One is the breath of life, to ground you to the existence you know.
The soul of the eyes is a traveler, free to allow you to see into worlds unlike your own.
Yes, to see, but not to follow.
Then what's the point of having two?
A traveling soul is a tortured soul.
But my destiny still feels tethered to you.
Luz and Philip silently take in the cityscape.
I can see why you love this bench so much.
It overlooks the entire city.
The hill we're on kind of makes you feel closer to God.
It's a place you can feel as significant as the skyscrapers and the smog.
Philip instinctually reaches for Luz's hand, but immediately pulls back.
I never realized how the summer sun illuminates the hidden beauty of the everyday.
We took too much for granted.
Baby, I have to go.
It's 10:58. You still have 2 minutes.
It's 10:59. I'm out of minutes.
No.
It is now 11 a.m. There's a sudden change in the air. Philip is gone.
11 a.m. The moment of the last seconds of morning become the earliest hours of the afternoon. Philip says that the hours of the day and night are reserved for the living. But he said it. He believes in the duality of our souls. There is a way to follow him where he goes.
Luz walks across the stage as time accelerates to later that night, and she arrives into the next scene at home. Beshi, holding a glass of red wine, sneers at a Ouija board on Luz's coffee table.
Why are you fucking with the occult? Are you trying to raise all hell?
Maybe a little.
Don't play like that! Because my friend Rita saged her house once with that Palo Alto
Palo Santo.
Yeah, that. And then when she went to bed, she swore her spirit left her body and got trapped in one of those daddy long-legged spiders in the house.
1, Besh, you sage your house with sage. 2, you don't have a dead boyfriend, so you wouldn't understand.
But a Ouija board...
It works in the movies.
Yeah, for white people. Okay? Like, look at this. We, literally French for yes. Ja, German. Of course it works for them.
The box says made in China.
We ain't Chinese.
We're still Asian.
Beshi pours Luz a glass of red wine.
Pero, like on a bottle of red, I've ascended enough to speak to the dead. This will make you feel better.
That's not magic. That's called being drunk.
Red wine is bursting with antioxidants. That's called being a health guru. Come on, drink up.
Drinking while depressed only feeds your inner demons.
Beshi pours even more red wine into Luz's glass.
Then drink it, because you need the blood of Christ to purge your system of these outer world demons you've let in because of this devil thing.
You know how in church they kind of say, be good, do good, live forever in heaven? That heaven is the ultimate end, the fulfillment of our deepest longings, definitive happiness. It's bullshit. Because who I long for the most, the man who defines my happiness, roams the purgatory of earth every day from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Luz walks into the next day. She and Philip are outside at the park. They walk side by side.
Have you met God?
Yes.
Oh, so who was right? Catholics, Jews, Muslims?
I think religion is mostly a set of tales meant to calm our fears of death.
So no one was right.
Humans spend too much time trying to get into heaven that they forget to live the life they're given. Heaven can be a place on earth if you're open to it.
I can't do this without you.
You lived without me. You lived without me for 30 years. You know how to live without me more than with me.
Luz silently contemplates what to say next, but just as she's about to speak, there's a sudden change in the air, and it's 11 a.m. Philip is gone.
I'm pregnant. Philip never knew. Doesn't know. Which I guess fair. I didn't know he was going to die. How lucky are those who know their lovers are dying of cancer? What a privilege to be tortured with the pain of having to say goodbye.
Luz walks across the stage as time accelerates to the next day. She walks into the next scene at home. Beshi cheerfully bursts in.
Rise and shine, bitch! Ba, ba, ba!
bottomless mimosas are only until 11.
Bash,
I know what you're gonna say, but mimosas are bursting with vitamin C.
I can't, not today.
Lose! It's my birthday! My 30th birthday.
Happy birthday! I love you.
Yeah, okay, what else could you possibly have this morning of all mornings?
It's Philip.
Philip is dead. Oh my God. Snap out of it already, okay? You barely knew him, Luz. You were only dating for 3 months? Stop acting like your world can't go on.
3 months more than someone ever loved you.
Beshi has had enough and storms off.
He never told his parents about me. I never met them. They don't even know I exist.
Yeah, welcome to being gay, okay? We're always someone's secret.
I didn't even get to go to his funeral. I wasn't invited because no one knew to invite me. I don't even know where he's buried. If he's even buried somewhere, or if he was cremated, or is his ashes somewhere in the wind? Besh, I don't know. I don't know how to move on because he was in my life for mere months, but our love was epic. And the pages of our story were meant to be endless, yet so much has been left unwritten. How do I just let it go?
You live for the living.
The day I met Philip lasted 36 hours. We were sleepless. We crossed paths in a hall at a random house party. We could have been anywhere else in the world, but that night when we passed by each other in that hallway and our fingers brushed, it felt like my whole life led up to being pulled into that exact moment. The first time we met felt like a return home. He was always so familiar, and he understood me without words, and I understood his heart just by looking into his eyes. Philip took my breath away. Knowing what I know now about the two souls, it's never been clearer that we were soulmates, our soulmates. The next day I woke up in his arms, and he told me he loved me. He said, "I love you." I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because I can see you don't love yourself, and I can love you enough for the both of us."
Philip enters. As he walks in, the space turns into tomorrow at 10:57 a.m. at his favorite spot in the park.
I can't love you enough for the both of us anymore. Not from here, not like this.
Then take me with you.
Our time is almost up. Please, let's not spend our last moments like this.
I'm not afraid of death.
Just afraid of living.
The world is full of death. Children are being murdered. Entire ethnic populations being erased. Humanity thunders down on us all. We should be afraid to live. There is no such thing as heaven on earth. At least in death, I can be safe with you. I'm ready to go with you.
Luz walks to the edge of the hill that overlooks the city and tiptoes dangerously to the edge.
Promise to catch me when I fall.
Stop that right now.
We're running out of time. Let me go.
Your grief is only a passing shadow on the star that is your life. Why can't you just let my memory pass you by?
Don't I get a say in this?
Of course you do, but even with a say, we're at a draw.
What about a third vote?
What do you mean?
I'm pregnant, Philip, so I think that my say should count for 2.
There's a sudden change in the air.
Philip.
It's now 11 a.m. Philip is gone.
Every day, I visit this spot, his spot, waiting. Every morning, 10 a.m. until the clock strikes 11. The moment the last seconds of the morning become the earliest hours of the afternoon, on the bench that used to hold us, I wait. But he never comes. And now this bench only carries me like the way he used to.
Luz walks across the stage as time passes.
It's now the fall. With the leaves falling and the sun setting earlier every day, it feels like I'm surrounded by even more reminders of death. But the fall brings the wind. The breezy days are healing, almost. I find comfort in its cutting chill, like the gust is a reminder to feel anything. On good days, the wind feels like love, like I pretend that maybe it's him and I wrap myself in it. I want to believe he is the wind. You know, that wherever his family is, they had him cremated and spread through the air to reach all the corners of the earth.
Bessie walks in next to Luz carrying a baby. More time passes.
It's Lunar New Year. The morning frost is finally defrosted into morning dew. Today promises a fresh start.
Bessie gives Luz a silent acknowledgement before walking off stage.
Bessie told me about a Chinese myth called the red thread of fate. That there's an invisible red thread around the fingers of two people who are meant to be each other's one true love. And the two people connected are destined, regardless of place, time, or state of being. Bessie says it's magical. The red thread may stretch or tangle, but never break.
More time passes.
Nowadays, I only see Philip in my dreams, though only rarely. He not only stays hidden, he's erasing himself from our lives. But he lives on through our child's blood, through the unwritten pages of a mother and child. Where are we in his history, I wonder? Nowhere, I know. On paper, at least. But our love doesn't have to be the greatest story ever told to be the greatest love of all. Time doesn't equate to impact. Documentation doesn't equate to reality.
Luz walks back to Philip's favorite spot. She arrives and sits on the bench. It's now decades into the future and it's 11 a.m. Philip enters and takes a seat next to a much older Luz.
You were right. I found heaven on earth. And he grew up looking just like you. What is this place?
I never knew until today. But it finally feels like home.
Philip grabs Luz's hand across the bench along the red line drawn between them. Luz leans her head on Philip's shoulder. She's finally home now too. End of play.
Hi, everybody. As everybody comes up, my name is APIDA. You'll see it in a second. APIDA Furtado, and I am the director and playwright for a piece called Never Thank Them. It's where Terry experiences a Dickens-like Christmas Carol dream sequence, get ready for it, on his post-grad camping trip to increase his aptitude for expressing gratitude. Please help me welcome to the stage Gino Charles Villanueva, Grace Lynn Kung, Valentina Guerra, Karen Huey, and Mishu Sayuni. Thank you.
Terry watches the stars at a campsite with friend Charity. They listen to the crackle of a campfire, holding spears with marshmallows. The evening wildlife hums vigorously while the pair contemplates.
I'm so ready to be on my own. This is the best.
Well, it's not forever, you know. You're not actually on your own. I'm here, geez.
Charity shares a cup of mushroom tea, a rite of passage for Terry.
I know you're here, but I don't need you to come. This trip marks leaving home for good, for me. I would have been fine without you.
Wow, are you sure? This Joshua Tree is no joke. You wouldn't have survived the drive-in, let alone camping under the stars. This is some serious scout shit, and you don't even know. Like, there are scorpions. And do you know how to extract scorpion venom?
What the heck? No. No, I don't. And I don't need you filling my head with scary, creepy, crawly nonsense. I wore bug spray. Did you?
Okay, good luck. I mean, I'll make sure that I set up my camp over yonder since you don't need my help.
I mean, you're here now. We're here. We can deal with the scorpions together. And besides, I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving you on your own out here in the wilderness like that.
A coyote howls. At the same moment, Terry feels a pinch on his ankle.
Whoa. It tingles.
What? Are you already feeling the effects of the tea? It's not supposed to kick in until you fall asleep. You're really a lightweight.
It's just in my head. It felt prickly, though.
Well, here's to your newfound freedom. Can't wait to see how you handle being on your own from now on.
The friends retire to sleep in their respective tents. Nightfall. Lights down. Lights up. We see the exterior of a home in the early morning hours, roughly 6 years prior, Terry's past. A sedan is being backed out from the garage very slowly. Felicia, Terry's younger sister, is in the driver's seat. Charity and Terry enter downstage to spectate.
Charity, where are we? Why are we at my old house? I've moved on.
I can't see the curb, Terry!
You're going to hit the rosebush, Felicia, but turn the wheel to the right.
Okay!
The car veers to the left, demolishes the rosebush.
Felicia, shoot, I meant your other right. Oh, no.
Oh, shit, bro. Mom's gonna go ballistic.
Felicia's activity pauses. Charity chimes in to ask Terry.
Do you remember what happened next?
Of course I do. Felicia got so upset she hit the rosebush, and Mom loves her roses, so I had to think quickly, and instead of tattling, I told her a white lie that the neighbor did it. Anyway, I drove us that morning and didn't let her practice driving me again.
Cold-blooded much? And then what?
Mom is gonna kill me. I won't get to drive again. I'm so sorry, Terry. I promise I'll make it up to you. I know you needed car privileges this weekend for your trip.
So then she said all this about taking the blame for the bush, and I told her it was fine.
She went to the nursery after school and bought a new rose bush to replace the one that she ran over. The one you directed her to run over. She spent her entire babysitting earnings that year on making it right. For you.
What? No, Mom just replaced it. I saw her.
Seriously? Are you really that oblivious? Felicia admitted that she hit the bush and said you bought the replacement. That was the only way you could get the car for your weekend trip.
Terry turns to Felicia and runs to hug her as he reaches the breach of time between his memory and the present dream. Felicia evaporates and he trips over, hugging her the air.
Felicia, I'm so sorry. That babysitting money, it was all you had. I meant to say...
Thank you. You meant to say it, but you didn't. You don't get to believe your life. You live your life all on your own. Terry, wake up. Gosh, just wake up!
Just then, Terry wakes from the nightmare of his past. He's in his tent in a sweat. He flips his lantern on to reorient himself.
What the heck? That dream felt so real. I remember it. It was years ago. I have grown so much since then. Felicia's probably over it anyway. I can reach easy now. I'm sure.
Lights down. Campsite noise. There is no moon in the sky. Terry rolls over and falls back to sleep, begins to snore. Lights up. We're in a busy polling place, his most recent place of work. Charity escorts Terry again. Terry's wearing a collared shirt, business casual, and assisting with validating voters' identification.
Charity, I'd really like to get some sleep tonight. You can't keep intruding on my dreams.
Yeah, whatever. You're the one dreaming me here. I don't even know. Oh, wait. This is a good one.
No, you don't need it. I've lived in this district for years. I need to speak to your manager.
I don't make the rules, Mrs. Johnson. If you don't have your ID with you, we can just use your address to
I'm not telling you where I live. I don't need you stalking me. Oh, I know your kind.
Like a wave upon water, Harmony butts in to speak directly to Mrs. Johnson, ignoring Terry. Terry returns to Charity downstage.
You were so caught up, you didn't even notice how Harmony came to your aid without a second thought.
Hi, Mrs. Johnson, was it? I'm happy to get your ballot today and get you on your way. Can we do that? All I need is your home address, please, and thank you.
I don't want them to know. I like my privacy, especially.
Look, she literally lives 2 houses from me. For years we've crossed paths, and today What, because it's not on her front lawn? She can't tell me apart from any of my...
Whoa, okay, you need to acknowledge the heroism here, not the villainy. Look at the more important role being played. There would be plenty of messed up people. There are only a few genuinely loving souls, and you didn't even bother to thank her. What gives?
Mrs. Johnson, we have no intent to compromise your privacy. All we need to get your ballot arranged is your address.
I am not giving you my address. Well, who's in charge around here? What's your name, Miss H.A. or
Harmony. Mrs. Johnson, my name is Harmony.
Harmony.
We confirm your address so that no one else can vote on your behalf illegally. Now, we wouldn't want that, would we, Mrs. Johnson?
I am not an illegal. How could you possibly accuse me of being? I've lived here my whole life. I should have you removed from your post, you insensitive
Interesting. Terry has lived here his whole life, too. Isn't it curious that you don't trust him? Now, I have jurisdiction over this polling place. If you choose not to follow the rules, your privileges will be removed, not just here, but in the district level. I don't think that's what you want, is it? Will you provide your address, please?
I'll write it down.
Very well.
Mrs. Johnson scribbles on a clipboard. Harmony accepts.
Terry, please help the next guest. Let's just leave the hate behind us.
Jeez, I can't believe she...
Believe it, Terry. Your boss stood up for you. She deserved more than your frustration and response. She deserved sincere appreciation.
That was not the main thing on my mind.
And why wasn't it? Why wasn't thinking of someone on the top of your mind? Isn't that kindness worth spreading?
Lights down, campsite noise. Terry stirs again. Shooting star passes by. Lights up. We're at the hospital bed, 12 years in the future, with Terry's grandmother.
Terry. Oh, Terry, there you are, my dear.
I'm here, Gran.
Sorry, Terry, I didn't dream this up.
What?
It's way into the future. Just remember that.
What do you mean? What am I going to do this time?
It's not what you do. It's what you've done or haven't done, technically.
Terry, I'm out of days. I'm out of hours. I'm out of minutes. I'm out of seconds.
Wait, no.
You need to promise me.
I'll do anything, I promise.
Because I believe in you.
You always say that.
And it's true. You have such immense power. You can deliver the world to others who will give it right back to you. It's different from simply kindness. There is gracious kindness. I want you to cultivate the kind of gratitude that recognizes the other individual and yourself. You have that capacity, Terry. I need you to practice it as much as you can. Be grateful. Express your thanks.
I will. Gran. No.
We hear a flat line. He has melted to the ground. He looks distant, thinking of the words he just heard.
I'm so sorry, Terry.
No. Please don't apologize. It's me who should apologize. I didn't realize you could lead me to these moments.
It was you the whole time.
Well, regardless, thank you for being so calm, for taking on my anxiety, for forgiving me. Thank you so much. I couldn't have done this alone. I needed you. I appreciate you.
Lights down, campsite noise. Terry hurries out of his tent. We hear a coyote howl. He calls out to his companion Charity, still sound asleep in her tent. Terry scrambles toward her tent and dresses it like a profound monument.
Charity, wake up. Hey!
What's wrong? Are you all right?
Yeah. I just, I need to tell you something.
Yeah, I was asleep. You know, did something happen?
No. Well, yes. Well, I just need to say...
Was it a scorpion?
What? No! No! But that's nice of you to think that. Thank you. Thank you so freaking much. With you and everyone else. I'm ready.
Did you have too many mushrooms? Are you okay?
Terry re-enters his tent and settles again. We hear cicadas.
Charity,
Yeah.
I appreciate you so much. You have no idea. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks.
End of play.
I'm honored to present this next one. I am Francis Rubio, the playwright. Thank you. Thank you. This is directed by Sila Reyes, and we will have, I think everyone knows everybody here by now, but just to recap again, we have Nishu Sayuni, who's doing stage directions. I know, that was the hardest one. I needed to get it out, so it's perfect.
It's cool, baby.
Yeah. Gracelyn Kung is going to be Annalise. Lobat Asadi is playing Dr. Chen, and Rachel Wolf as Jessica. Thank you so much.
Questions by Francis Rubio, based on a mostly true story. Interior medical office waiting room day. The world is a little off, surreal. An old school medical waiting room. Nearly a dozen chairs scatter along the wall. A clock in a 1970s ancient television set hung in the top corner of the room. The room is absent of patients. Annalise Mendoza, 30, Filipino woman with frayed hair and a nose piercing, frantically bursts into the room, rushing to the front desk. Behind the front desk sits Jessica Dalston, 23, in black scrubs, black hair, and black eyeliner. Jessica looks bored. Her name tag reads, Jessica, trainee.
I'm so sorry I'm late. I've just been running to an appointment and my dad's insurance put me on hold for like an entire hour. I mean, can you imagine?
I can, every day, and with health insurance, which is arguably the worst. Anyway, welcome to All Women's Health, where a woman's choice is a choice we choose. We're like really slammed, but
Annalise looks around the empty room.
Sign these forms and we'll see what we can do about squeezing you in and having a doctor see you.
Annalise signs in. Simultaneously, an infomercial comes on in the television corner.
Has life just been too excessively extra?
Redundant, but yes.
Have you been suffering from living?
Annalise lifts her head. Looking up at the television set with eyes still glued to the screen, Annalise slowly hands the signed forms back to Jessica.
Wait, did you hear?
Now, a new scientific discovery has led to the greatest solution, meant to save all of humanity's problems.
Annalise makes her way to a seat, but doesn't take her eyes off the television set.
Those feelings of overwhelm, gone. That undercurrent of anxiety and regret every single day of your life, not anymore. Look no further than our revolutionary new product.
Suddenly, the television set cuts to static.
Damn, every time. We really need a new TV.
Okay. Annalise fidgets. What the hell?
I just really need to stop popping those melatonin gummies like the regular gummies. Look, I know I'm late, but I really need to, I was really hoping to get out of here.
Jessica seemingly opens the door to the medical rooms as if magically out of nowhere.
Miss Mendoza?
Annalise double takes from the reception front desk to Jessica, now standing by the door of the medical rooms.
Oh, yes, I'm here, present. Yeah, you literally just checked me in?
Great, right this way.
Jessica leads Annalise into interior patient's room continuous, a typical patient's room.
Great, so once you sit, I'll have you take off your clothes.
Yeah, wish I could say this isn't the first time I've been asked to take off my clothes as soon as we meet.
Just please wear the gown.
Jessica aggressively hands a gown sheet to Annalise, seemingly out of nowhere.
Anyway, here's your gown to change into.
Gown is a bit of an overstatement, am I right? This is more like sandpaper sheet ready to shave off my tits.
Like I said, change into the gown and the doctor will see you soon.
Annalise starts changing. Midway, the door knocks. She scrambles into the gown. Dr. Chen, late 40s, Asian woman with sensible sensible heels, and a bob cut, comes in with a clipboard with paper, followed by Jessica, also with a clipboard with paper.
Okay, what gives? Is Jessica a clone or what?
With the medical shortage, we've recently promoted Jessica to trainee receptionist and nursing assistant for today.
Okay, geez, American really is broken.
So, Miss Mendoza, what brings you here today?
Dr. Chen and Jessica both get settled into wheeled medical chairs.
It says here we haven't seen you in a few years. What's going on?
You know, with the current climate, I haven't been able to hold a job, so therefore I haven't had insurance for like a minute. But this job I've been here for about a month, and I'm hearing rumors of a layoff, so I'm just trying to get this appointment in as soon as possible.
Okay, great. Before we get started, Jessica will ask you a few questions. Jessica, you may go ahead and ask those few questions now.
Dr. Chen hands Jessica the clipboard.
Over the last 2 weeks, how often have you been bothered by any of the following? You can answer with not at all, several days, more than half the days, or nearly every day. Any questions?
That would be not at all.
No one laughs.
Precisely. Over the last 2 weeks, how often have you had trouble falling or staying asleep, or sleeping too much?
I say I've been sleeping well. I sleep every day, and I don't know, maybe 10 or 11 hours a day. I just love sleep.
Okay. How often have you been feeling tired or having very little energy?
I don't know. I guess I've just been mostly exhausted.
Jessica and Dr. Chen freeze while we get into the inner workings of Annalise's thoughts.
It's a lot. It's dealing with managing medications, scheduling and attending appointments for him.
Jessica and Dr. Chen resume working, moving around and shuffling papers through the clipboard.
I don't know. I've got this new job, managing a team, so I guess every day.
Jessica and Dr. Chen jot notes down.
Great. And what would you say about your appetite? How often have you been experiencing either overeating or poor appetite? Not at all, several days, more than half the days, or nearly every day?
I don't know.
Jessica and Dr. Chen once again freeze while we get the inner workings of Annalise's thoughts.
I mean, how do I eat when, all I really want to do is lie in bed every day? Some days I just forget to eat. So how could I eat when he hasn't been able to eat, since his stroke? The irony is that he loved food. He loved cooking. So how fucked up is it that now he eats through a feeding tube?
Jessica and Dr. Chen once again resume their movement.
I guess I could be eating better, maybe more than half the days.
The lights go off in the room. A spotlight comes on Annalise. Annalise looks around confused.
Huh? What's going on?
Nothing to worry about, Miss Mendoza. Just a routine spotlight on you.
A spotlight? I mean, do all patients go through this?
It's all a part of the exam, Miss Mendoza. Please continue.
Okay, moving along. How often do you feel bad about yourself? Or that you are a failure, or have let yourself or your family down?
It's just a real question. It really feels like a personal attack.
Dr. Chen and Jessica both nod solemnly.
I guess every day. I went to college because my parents and the rest of society told me that told me to in the hopes that I could get a job so I could, reach a so-called American dream. But that is that really it. Like, my parents have so little here. They left their home, great careers, and their family behind just to work minimum wage. I mean, when do they get to enjoy life? I'm working 2 jobs and I still can't pay off these extra bills and debt. When do they get to enjoy their life? When do I get to enjoy mine?
And how often do you visit him?
The spotlight continues to beat down on Annalise. A microphone comes down from the wall suddenly.
Okay, is this an interrogation room or is this like a theater stage? Either way, both of them terrify me.
Miss Mendoza, answer the question. Did you or did you not visit him often? Yes or no?
Visit him? Do you mean my...
Yes, your father. How often have you been visiting your father? At the nursing facility on Oak Ridge Drive?
How do you know...
Just answer the question, Miss Mendoza. Your father's been asking for you. He's been asking why he can't come home.
Look, I don't know. I visit him when I can. I've just been killing myself with work, and I just can't keep up with his medical bills.
How could you put your father in a home? Aren't you Filipino? Why didn't you become a nurse instead of selfishly choosing a career in the humanities? Did your parents move halfway around the world to see you write 500 words for an article that pays 50 USD?
I know. I'm trying. I'm trying, please. I've just racked up student debt, and I've put off my own checkups, and everyone that I know who's my age is traveling or dating, and I'm just trying to be a good firstborn child. I promise I'm trying. I don't know why it's never good enough.
Why can't you save him? Your parents
fought over money all the time. Your mom left him.
He got sick from a broken heart, and now he's in pain. He can't move.
Why weren't you a good daughter? Why didn't you save their marriage? Why didn't you just choose a lucrative medical career?
You chose to move to New York. You could have stayed home. Maybe if you stayed at home, none of this would have happened.
Dr. Chen and Jessica close in on Annalise, who is cowering, her hands on her head.
Please just stop!
Dr. Chen and Jessica back off.
I can't get rid of these voices in my head. Dad, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I can't take your pain away. You were in and out of the emergency room with the ICU. I should have stayed with you, helped you, fixed you, but instead, you're alone with strangers. And then you died. Alone, without family. I'm so sorry.
On Annalise, we pull back. The lights coming back on. The world is no longer surreal. Everything is normal, including Dr. Chen and Jessica, who are back into their scrubs and medical wear. Dr. Chen reaches over to Annalise.
Annalise, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry your father recently died. You are grieving, and that's okay. You're not at fault. You are the child, and children can't fix their parents' problems, not all of them. It seems to me like your father was depressed, and by your answers, it sounds like you may also suffer from depression. You are not a bad daughter. It's hard. Being in an Asian family, there's a lot put upon us, on daughters especially.
Annalise is crying. While Dr. Chen consoles her with pats on the back, Annalise nods. Dr. Chen pulls out a pen and a prescription pad and starts scribbling on it.
Here's a prescription for Wellbutrin. It's bupropion, an antidepressant. We'll start with the low dose.
No, wait, antidepressants, I can't.
Dr. Chen and Jessica both look at each other and then look at Annalise.
No, seriously,
Understandably, Annalise, there's nothing wrong with you. You've been grieving. And you've been having a hard time eating and you sleep all day. This is typical behavior for someone who's depressed, but it's also incredibly understandable.
I can't be depressed.
Annalise, antidepressants are a tool to help you while you're going through depression. We can test how you feel, and if you don't like it, we can try something else. How does that sound? How about we give this a trial, just for now? You've been really strong, but sometimes you could use a little help to help get you through this time. It shouldn't always be just on you to be strong for everyone else.
All right, a trial.
Of course. Oh, and
Dr. Chen starts scribbling something down on her pad. Dr. Chen's watch alarm goes off.
All right, sorry about this, but I'm out of here. It's crazy busy out there.
Interior medical office waiting room later. It's still empty and quiet. The television sets off. The door into the waiting room from the medical room's open, and Annalise appears, dressed and holding the prescription in hand. Annalise walks towards the exit door when the television set comes on again.
So, what will you choose for your future?
Annalise stops in her tracks and looks back at the television set, eyes wide.
Wait, well, what will it be, Annalise?
Fade out. The end.
So moving right along, we have Loyalty. Really excited to present this one. This is written by Karen Huey and directed by me. So again, I know a lot of y'all stayed, but again, we're gonna have our stage directions done by Mishu Sayuni, as well as having performances by Nicole O'Hara, Rachel Wolf as Lily, and Grace Lynn Kung as Patty. All right, thank you so much.
Loyalty by Karen Huey. At Rise, Los Angeles, an open field. Patty Miyamoto, 19, is in a modest dress coat and hat, holding a suitcase and waiting by a bus to Manzanar, a Japanese internment camp. Lily Capshaw, Caucasian, is a director holding a script and reading the role of Billy, Caucasian, 20, and Dad off stage. They are rehearsing a scene for a short film. Billy takes Patty's hand. She demurs.
Billy, I have to go.
But Patty, you're my... Dad! Patty's American, you know that. Don't let them take her away. Do something, Dad! The law says all Japs must go. But she's not a Jap. I want to marry... I mean, if that's okay with you.
Yes, I love you.
And I love...
Fusako Chu, 23, Chinese American, Patty's sister, in a dress, rushes in.
There you are! Patty, mother, and father are on the bus. Why do I have to go? I'm American. Fusako, you're from Japan. You're the reason that they're taking us away.
Wait. Billy hasn't said, will you wait for me?
And I say, I will. What?
Fusako, your cue is after Patty's line. Yes, I love you. And then Billy says, and I love you.
I love you, right. Sorry. Gomennasai. And I love you. Have you ever acted before? I have acted plenty. I just forgot.
Let's just take it from Patty's line, I love you. Fusako, don't enter until you hear Billy, me say, I love, and then you'll be in. Got it?
Fusako nods and walks off.
Lily, I mean her Japanese accent, right?
And action!
Yes, I love you.
Fusako enters on cue.
And I love you.
There you are. Mother and father are on the bus waiting. Mother and father. What? Mother, your accent is so American. No, it's not. I studied Japanese. Why do I have an accent and Patty doesn't?
Fusako was born in Japan, Patty in California. That's why Patty thinks it's unfair that she has to be interned when Fusako is Japanese and the U.S. was at war with Japan.
Lily, maybe I should play Fusako. I mean, at least it's my heritage. You don't even speak Japanese. No, but I'm very familiar with the accent. It shouldn't matter. You said so yourself. We can play everything. But I'm Japanese. American. I can play the hell out of an attempted suicide scene in the end. It's just a short film for our Asian American Studies project. And Lily is directing this so she could use it as a sizzle reel for a feature film. Directed by Lily Capshaw. Oh, I can't wait.
Patty's right, Fusako. It should be Maza and Faza are on the bus waiting. Would be more accurate.
You're giving me a line reading.
Okay, I'm sorry, but people are they're gonna be picky.
Exactly. Look, Lily, we're not shooting this till the weekend. I'm a quick study and I know all the cues. She cast me to play Fusako, so what if I have an accent? I'm sure you have an accent when you play Chinese. Oh, I hire tutors and I work diligently to get those accents just right. You know, I don't wanna misrepresent. I don't either. I took dialect classes at NYU too. Yeah, well, they don't include Asian dialects, you know, just Boston, New York, Southern, and British RP, Irish brogue, you know, I mean, I'm sorry. You just sound like a Haigujin. I do not sound like a white person.
Enough, Patty. Fusako, I have to agree with her. I heard it too.
How would you know? You're white. Okay, wait, you know, we should be glad that Lily picked an Asian American history for this project. Why are you taking this class anyway? Some weird fascination with Asian Americans?
Wait, so you think because I'm white that I can't
Of course, if Emma Stone can play Allison Ying and Aloha, Rooney Mara play Tiger Lily, Tilda Swinton, the Ancient One.
Okay, I get your
Christopher Walken as Fang. Scarlett Johansson played
Morikoko Kusanagi, the Major.
That's why I have to be authentic with this.
I don't object to white actors playing other ethnicities.
You don't?
As long as all actors can play everything, too.
But we can't.
Yes, we can.
I know we can, but they cast Chinese for Chinese, Korean for Korean.
So I should play Fusako. I'm Japanese. You're Chinese playing Japanese.
So? Zhang Ziyi played Sayori in Memoirs of a Geisha.
Michelle Yeoh and Gong Li also Chinese playing Japanese. What the hell?
The Chinese came to America earlier, so they played all the Asian parts.
So why didn't Japanese play Chinese when there were more Japanese actors here? Name one Japanese who played Chinese.
Mako played Po Han in The Sand Pebbles, got nominated for an Oscar too for Best Supporting Actor.
Can we get back to rehearsing?
Warrior, the lead. Andrew Koji played Assam, and, well, James Hong just plays everything.
And a goose, too.
He gets a pass, though, because he's been acting since, the dawn of cinema. See? He's Chinese.
American. I hear he was born in Minnesota and learned Mandarin from a Swedish teacher.
He sure made that Chinese accent work for him.
Yes, the accent. Fusako, it does sound Americanized.
How would you know an authentic accent? I'm Asian.
I was born in Japan.
What?
My father is an engineer and went to Japan to work for Toyota.
I didn't realize you were Hapa.
I'm not. My mom is Swedish. She went to Japan to teach English and met my dad.
You were born there?
Hand raised. I came to LA to go to UCLA.
Why don't you have an accent?
I went to American schools.
But you speak Japanese.
Hi. Nihongo hamasimasu.
What? Lily said yes, she speaks Japanese. Sugoi! Watashi mo Nihongo hanasemasu. I do too. Maybe I should say my lines.
Let's work on the Japanese accent in English.
Lily, if she's not comfortable, I can do it.
Would you feel more comfortable switching roles?
No. Why should Asians have to play our actual heritage? They don't do that with white actors. Cillian Murphy is Irish, playing Oppenheimer, Jewish, from New York.
Yeah, and Daniel Radcliffe, British, playing Weird Al Yankovic, who's Slavic.
Our class will come down hard on me, like you both did, because I'm white. Who the hell do I think I am, making a project about Asian Americans?
But it's not fair that we're being pigeonholed when other actors aren't.
Yeah, we're trained. We take acting classes, scene studies, singing, dancing, improv, script analysis, and dialect classes. Why shouldn't we be allowed to play anyone like white actors do?
Listen, I get it. I am on your side. Why shouldn't I be able to play Asian when in fact I was born in Japan and grew up knowing what it's like to be the foreigner? I don't see me represented in shows and movies.
Maybe it's because there are fewer of you?
Are there? Maybe people just don't know because they assume I am what they see. There's so many like me born in different parts of the world. You were surprised because you expected me to be straight up white American, right?
And people look at us and don't think we're American.
That's why telling our stories is important, because we're all different.
I thought you were pitching this to your dad to shoot a feature film.
My dad?
Lily Capshaw? I thought you were using your mom's name so people wouldn't hit you up for work.
You think my father is Steven Spielberg?
Oh, Capshaw, right, duh.
I just told you he works for Toyota and lives in Japan.
Well, we know that now.
Is that why you wanted to do this project with me?
I thought Spielberg would be interested in a story about Japanese American internment camps because he makes historical ethnic stories.
We'd rather make stories about us being regular Americans. Pitch that to Spielberg.
Okay, I grew up in Japan and didn't know anything about Japanese Americans interned during World War II and wanted to learn about it.
Cool. Well, if we're gonna shoot this weekend.
What do you say we go back to one when Billy says, I love you too?
Great! So, you two want to switch roles?
No.
What about her accent?
She'll get it. Actually, mine is worse. My Mandarin's pretty good, though. I've been studying more Chinese roles.
Me too. Thanks, Patty. I wish they just cast us as straight-up Americans so we can speak English.
Right?
Ichiban gomenasai.
Back to one.
End of play.
I have a big voice. December was written by J.J. Jew. You saw having that brilliant death earlier. And we have back Nicole O'Hara, Paul Date, and Valentina Guerra. Enjoy.
December, a short teleplay by J.J. Jew, based on a lucid dream. A podcast studio in LA, Koreatown. Jess, 25, podcaster, reflects a moment before speaking into a microphone.
Live from Koreatown, this is Blurring the Truth. Unresolved stories that shape our reality. I'm your host, Jess, Angelino, and born-again shaman. Tonight, we're not here to cast out or detox, but to reflect and give back. Tonight is a night about remembrance to those left behind, unsheltered, broken. Tonight, you're listening to the 25th anniversary of Science Friday, Christmas Eve, 1999 edition, as we remember the Y2K hysteria. As you may recall, the hysteria was caused by the fear that computers would not interpret the 00 correctly, therefore causing a major glitch in the system, resulting in an economic and societal crash. The hysteria died away, but the glitch remained intact. The tale you're about to hear comes from a child's lucid dream about how she came to be. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heart beat. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya.
We hear Mel Torme's The Christmas Song. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
Take the red pill back in time when the Matrix owned Hollywood, women's U.S. soccer dominated, Clinton acquitted, Columbine High School, and unreported religious sightings. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya.
Fade out on Jess.
Childhood dreams, playful hearts, hope and discovery. Find your spot, spread your wings, find your peace with me.
Lights on, little girl, 6. She lies on her back on a snowy field, flapping her arms and legs, imprinting snow angels.
Time be still. Wish me back to that December night when hope was lost, angels fell, and the Virgin saved the tramp.
Fade out on little girl.
Enter Rupert Park, mid-30s, recovering addict. Another time and place.
I arrived without knowing how I got here. Everything was a blur. It was twilight. I was alone, secluded in some hilltop near Highway 5. The freeway traffic below was deafening. I then found myself nestled near an old tree. Again, a blur. How did I get here? I bent down on the moist ground, felt the muddy sand stuck to my knees. I laughed at the irony. Was I about to pray? Impossible. My mind was racing.
Rupert pulls out a gun. Fog consumes his body. He's no longer visible. We hear a revolver cock. Tension mounts. Then a faint woman's cry.
Help!
Her voice is soon drowned out by the sound of an approaching car. We hear a heavy vehicle speeding toward us. Suddenly, a breeze clears a patch of fog, unveiling Rupert's body. We hear a vehicle swerve, and then a single gunfire, a heavy thud. The vehicle flees.
The fog settles. Inside the mist, Rupert lies on the ground, cradled in the fetal position. Smoke seeps from the gun barrel next to the body. A thin trail of smoke protrudes from the ground. As smoke evaporates, we see a hole the size of a dime with a shiny object wedged inside the ground like trapped light. The shiny object is the bullet cartridge case that was fired from the gun. Rupert regains consciousness, unscathed.
Help!
Reluctantly, he pries himself up and looks towards her direction.
Somebody!
Dare she? I didn't want any part of this.
Fighting his nerves, he grabs the gun and presses it to his head. He cocks the trigger, furiously searching for strength.
At that moment, I saw visions of my pregnant wife. Her slow, pulsating breath, my blood-stained hand on her swollen, punctured stomach. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move my legs.
Rupert forcefully points his gun upward. We hear repeated firing and empty cartridges scattering onto the ground. He drops the pistol and surrenders to his emotions. He runs to the crying victim that leads him to a freeway overpass bridge. Lights on woman. This is Maria, mid-30s. Lies helpless on the walkway. There's a wheelchair beside her, knocked over on its side.
She was sprawled on the cold pavement with a wheelchair on its side. She looked like a sick patient.
Spanning Highway 5, the bridge is about 30 yards below from the foggy hill.
Please.
Rupert rushes over and reaches for her wheelchair.
No, just lift me up.
He pulls her up as she supports herself against the walkway wall.
Hold me here.
He holds her up against the wall. The ledge of the wall is just below her shoulders. She turns her head towards the freeway and looks out with anticipation.
Boost me up.
What?
Up and over.
I quickly peered over the walkway ledge, a 40-foot drop to ongoing traffic. Are you crazy?
Says the man who tried to shoot himself.
Screw you.
Have you lost anyone and lived your life like a ghost?
Fuck this, I'm done.
Quitter.
She presses herself over the ledge. He quickly intercepts.
Oh, make up your mind!
She resists as he tugs her down from the ledge.
What do you want from me?
Rape! Rape!
He frantically drops her by his feet and she drags herself to the wheelchair.
You win.
She pulls herself upright, but the wheelchair slips away when she applies pressure on it. She hits the ground. She crawls toward it, determination etched on her face. She reaches the chair and fidgets with the broken locks, frustration evident in her movements. Meanwhile, he's staring down at her in disbelief, his eyes wide with confusion and concern.
I know about loss too.
My son was murdered by religious fanatics, and I just watched. Can you top that?
He walks away heavy-footed, feeling a sense of doom.
I was done feeling. Let this train wreck run its course.
She topples the wheelchair on its side, elevates herself to reach the ledge, falls down. Her attempts are futile. Rupert steps in. His posture changes. He lifts her up.
Okay.
He gently lays her on top of the ledge.
I chose you over everyone else. You'll get a second chance.
She smiles. He looks away.
Hope your next life is kinder. Merry Christmas.
He walks away.
Happy beginnings.
She turns towards the freeway and rolls herself off the ledge.
No!
Cars honk loudly below. He races over and peers over the ledge. In shock,
I couldn't believe my fucking eyes. There in front of me was a baby. A baby. An infant nestled in a blanket inside a wicker basket that was somehow anchored to the ridges of the wall of the freeway overpass. I kid you not, no more blur. I remember this part vividly.
Rupert swiftly latches onto the wicker basket and holds on tight. Below, just a few passing cars.
But she was nowhere in sight.
He gently pulls the basket over and safely sets it on the walkway and checks on the baby, who is sound asleep. He looks over the ledge in total confusion.
You still there? Is this your baby? Hey!
No response. Utterly confused, he drops to the ground, battered and defeated. He glares up at the sky, fuming with disgust.
You are a sick God. You killed my family and now you throw this in my face.
Baby cries. Rupert staggers to the basket, dragging his heavy legs, and kneels by its side. Baby weeps louder.
The baby was beautiful. Surreal, but beautiful. I then felt a strange sensation consuming me as if I was awakening from a long, dead sleep. My legs felt heavy, numb.
He sees the wheelchair left by the stranger. It looks familiar to him. He notices a tag on the back side. He reaches over for it. Flashback. Rainstorm, car screeching, and crashing.
The tag on the wheelchair had a name embroiled on it. Rupert Park. This was mine. It all rushed back. I remembered the accident that left me hollow.
He breaks down crying. The baby hears him and silences herself.
It's okay, little one. We both need it.
They both cry together.
I looked up, saw the treetops, the sky. Majestic, peaceful. Then snow began to fall in Los Angeles. A miracle.
Fade out. Lights fade in on little girl from earlier.
Look, Daddy, an angel.
Jessie, 6, lying on her back, flapping her arms and legs. Somewhere near Mammoth Mountains, gorgeous sunny day, Rupert is watching Jessie imprinting angels in the snow. Rupert sweeps her up from his wheelchair and lifts her high as he can.
Now, you're the angel, Jessie. I carried my daughter with me on our journey home.
Jessie rides on her daddy's lap as they joyfully take the snow-paved road home.
When I think of miracles, I think of hopes and dreams.
The wheelchair tracks lead to their home. Nearby, we notice a clean set of footprints leading up a snow path. We follow the footprint tracks to a local charity center. By the entrance, there's a bronze statue of the Madonna holding her infant.
But most of all, I think of Mom.
Lights on the statue, Madonna. Her eyes defrosted as snow melts down like tears. We are back to present day at Jess's podcast.
By being aware of how these narratives are constructed and how they influence our actions, we can strive to create stories that are both empowering and truthful. Thank you for listening to this special edition of Blurring the Truth, where the Y2K virus died upon arrival like Scorsese's film Bringing Out the Dead. The real bug wasn't technological, but more connected to human conditions that infect us. The human glitch, we know as grief and trauma, is intact in all of us. We can't escape or ignore it, but work to create our own narrative within it. This show, among many things, is a bedtime story for those that lost their way and lost their ability to dream. To my saintly mother, Maria, who is no longer a ghost in society, but someone who is present in all of us. Not an apparition, but an inspiration. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heartbeat. Hey ya, hey ya.
End of play.
My name is Catherine Chow. I'm really happy to present Karaoke at the End of the World by Matt Denny. We have our actors coming up to the stage. So down at the end there, we have Karen Huey on stage directions, Gino Charles Villanueva as Chris, Nicole O'Hara as Mari, and Grace Lynn Kung as Jonah. All right, enjoy everyone.
Attention residents of Las Vegas. Attention residents of Las Vegas. This is a statewide emergency due to natural forces caused by the recent eclipse. This is an emergency earthquake and tsunami safety advisory. There has been a major increase in natural disasters on the West Coast. Please be advised that the effects of these natural disasters are expected in Las Vegas within the next 30 to 60 minutes. The 11.5 tsunami hit the state of California, which additionally caused an eruptive earthquake to capsize all of California on the San Andreas fault line, forcing the whole state underwater. Residents, please be advised and get to safer areas. Safer areas include areas with no windows, isolated environments, and areas with access to food, shelter, and water. This will be the last announcement of this broadcast. Stay safe. Loud pop music and party disco lights swirl around. There are a few small couches, a small table, and a chair close along with a party tambourine, karaoke songbook with remote, and a bottle of soju. This is the karaoke room. The sound of glass breaking and footsteps fast approaching are heard as Chris, Mari, and Jonah come storming into the room.
Lock the door! Lock the door!
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
Shh, okay, let me turn down the volume.
Okay, you guys, I can't believe we're here.
I can't believe we made it in time.
I can't believe we're alive. What the hell are we even doing here? What? Mari, you heard the announcement. We needed to find somewhere safe to go, and we didn't want to take our calls all the way back home, so we're here at the next best place.
A karaoke room? Really? A karaoke room is the safest place to be right now?
Yeah, obviously. Look, but no windows, so we're away from glass. It's a single room, so we're isolated from everything, and we have soju, access to something to drink, and entertainment.
Oh, no.
Chris shakes the tambourine.
No, this is not how I am dying!
Mari! Mari, no, you can't. If you go back out there, you are for sure going to die. You can't. Mari, look at me, damn it. Look, I don't want you to die. I really, really don't want you to die. I love you, Mari. We are family, okay? Yeah, I know this sucks, okay, but this is it. This is it. Okay, this is all we have right now. So we either die or we try to survive together as family.
Fuck! Fine, I'll just sit here with you guys.
They get comfortable. Sound from the karaoke machine. You won! You did it! With the sound of canned audience applause.
Hell yeah, we won. Karaoke machine. We won big time. Stuck in here waiting for something to happen. The least we can do is drink a little bit, right?
Chris examines the soju bottle.
Oh. Guys, this isn't even cold. It's defrosted. This is just a dead-ass bottle of warm soju.
Fuck it, let's go.
Chris pours everyone a shot of soju.
Guys, do you remember my cousin John's 21st birthday? We got him 4 bottles of these and said that he had to drink half for every song.
John did so much Hannah Montana that night, bro. The Jonas Brothers, too. I took over singing the best of both worlds while John would be like,
And he almost choked too. We basically had to carry him out of here. Here, let's make a toast. Mari, will you do the honors?
Here's to life. The shitty, the sexy, and those in between.
Gumbe! Oh my god, that sucks. Wait, does anyone have self-service now? I don't have any bars.
I got nothing, no service.
Me neither. No bars. But, you know what could kill the time? I have this app on my phone. It's kind of like 20 questions, but like deep. It's called TLDR. Too long, didn't read. It's my go-to game when I don't have any service.
Okay, I'm down. Why the fuck not? Not like we have anything else to do.
I know. You all know too much shit about me at this point. I mean, I've known you guys since what? 2nd grade? Mari, do you remember when I used to come over to your house and play video games?
Yeah, I remember. You never wanted to go home.
Every time I went over to your house, it was like I was breaking the law. I felt like video games were illegal and you were my plug. Hey, do you like Mario? We can play it if you give my mom half for it. We can have it by tomorrow after school.
Hey, okay, I had to have some collateral. Plugs ain't free, honey. If I asked for 20, 10 would go to my mom, and the rest would go into my piggy bank. Business is business, and I stand on it. Okay, so I only have the free version of the app, so it's only gonna give me 2 questions. Ready? What is your proudest moment? Mine's easy. Valedictorian bitches.
Whatever, like
God.
we care.
That's so funny because watching your speech was one of the funniest things I have ever seen.
To all the graduating seniors, congratulations. You did it. Wow. Turn around and thank your parents. Wow. We have so much life ahead of us. Amazing.
I practiced for weeks and I still fucked up. I'm just happy we graduated. God, just thinking about all those years we spent trying to get on that stage, just for it to happen so fast.
Okay, for me, my proudest moment would be my drama award, the one in 8th grade when I was nominated by Miss Monroe. God, I still watch that video my mom took. Do you remember what Miss Monroe said? She said, "This student is an example, not only for their peers, but for everyone who wants to be something special in the world." Out of everyone in the whole school, Miss Monroe chose me. She told me that I gave the world something special. Hopefully Miss Monroe still thinks I'm doing something special after all these years.
That was your moment, Jonah. You look so happy. For me, there's not a specific proud moment, but like the feeling I had. I was super little, around 5 or 6, and my dad and I were at the basketball courts, and he told me that I could play with him that day. He taught me how to dribble the ball, and I watched him shoot it. I think to myself, I can do that. And then I lobbed the ball as hard as I could over to that basketball hoop, and I made it in. Swish. I look over at my dad, and my dad is just, he's smiling at me like, that's my boy, that's my son. I wanted him to say, I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
God, Chris, can I give you a hug? Your dad loves you, buddy, okay? No matter what.
That's not what he said a few months ago. He told me, oh, son, I'll pray for you, okay? He'll pray for me? Like, what the hell is that? Is he praying for a different son? When he prays, he's praying me away. He's praying for a son who isn't gay, a son who calls more, a son who would rather be home than to stand karaoke bar with his friends. Can we move on?
Okay, this last one's short. Who is someone you wish you could connect or reconnect with?
Oh, come on. I think I'll pass because this one, I think we already know.
Okay, easy. Eliza Hamilton.
Oh my God, shut up, you damn theater kid, we get
No,
it.
seriously, I have so many questions. Like, why does she stay with Alexander after he cheats on her? He sucks. Yeah, you love him and all, but she has to have a limit somewhere. Also, I'm just curious about the logistics of corsets, like in general, so kill two birds with one stone.
Mine would be my grandma. She passed away a few years back. She used to make this bomb mango sticky rice dessert, like perfect consistency, perfect moisture, perfect mango to rice ratio with the condensed milk on top. But when she passed, I couldn't make it the same way she used to. I tried, but I'm missing something like an ingredient or a step.
You're still keeping her alive, Mari, in the best way that you can by learning the recipes and keeping her legacy alive.
But did I do enough? Did I keep her legacy alive, or was it only the legacy that I can remember?
Both can be true, Mari. We're just doing the best we can with the time that we have.
The sound of wind and rustling slowly gets louder.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I just feel like I have so much more I want to say.
Imagine who we could have married.
Imagine what jobs we would have had. I know I would have been a kick-ass teacher, one that doesn't care but all the students love, one that hates admin work but is too good to fire.
God, think of what our kids would have been like.
I would have been the best auntie ever. Spoil the hell out of them. I'd take them to those old candy stores that they had at the malls where they would have buckets of candy, and then once they get their sugar high, I'd drop them right off to you.
That is so you.
I never wanted kids. I just wanted to be an auntie. Live vicariously through you two. I would only be there for the parts that I wanted to be there for, and not there for when things eventually go south with raising a child.
Guys, we have to drink this last bit of soju. I'm not trying to feed us the earthquakes and tornadoes. Gosh, imagine a drunk tornado. It'd be all like... I love you guys. You know that, right?
I love you too.
Ditto.
Nobody wants to be the next one to speak. The karaoke room begins to swell and darken. The sound of a ticking beep is heard. It speeds up until there is a sustained note. Jonah, Chris, and Mari are thrown around the room. The earthquake fades away. Lights begin to fade. Mari gasps for air and coughs. End of play.